We have breaking news, which I'm sure a lot of Mavericks fans were waiting for and anticipating, but it finally came to light as we got the news earlier today that PJ Washington signed a massive contract extension with the Dallas Mavericks. And on the surface, obviously, yes, PJ Washington got the most money that he could possibly get for this extension. But when you look at the broader scope of things, this is actually another deal for the Dallas Mavericks, maintaining the fact that we are below the second apron, the fact that we have an amazing wing defender and a locker room voice in PJ Washington for relatively cheap. When you look around the rest of the league for his peers and what they're getting paid, the Dallas Mavericks are making this offseason the absolute best for them, on top of everything else that they have done so far. But in this video, we're going to take a look at PJ Washington's extension, really break down what this money means for the Dallas Mavericks as far as the aprons in the future, who else is expected to get paid, how does it affect them, and what can we expect from PJ Washington moving forward. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 21,684 subscribers, slowly getting up there, trying to get to 22K. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, as we're getting so much closer to preseason, the start of the regular season, if you don't want to miss out on a single thing we do, make sure you subscribe. But the Dallas Mavericks have had a pretty good offseason. Pretty good, maybe just calling it lightly. They have been having an amazing offseason. First, we were blessed with the #1 pick and getting Cooper Flagg. We got Kyrie Irving on a very team-friendly contract, which allowed us to get D'Angelo Russell, who will be an amazing backup point guard for the Dallas Mavericks. We also got Daniel Gafford on a great team-friendly contract extension. Dwight Powell picked up his player option, so he's going to be here for another year. And to top it all off, yes, Dante Exum is now on the team, but we got the news today, and it is official. The Dallas Mavericks forward PJ Washington has agreed to a 4-year, $90 million contract extension. Sources confirmed to Dallas Hoops Journal. Sources also mentioned that this deal includes no options in terms of years and dollars. This framework was the max he was eligible to sign. More than just what he deserves. I would give him more if I possibly could, but I like the fact that we're below the second apron still. And we'll break down the money later in this video, but PJ Washington definitely earned that contract. Before he came to Dallas, he was seen as inconsistent. Sometimes he's there for you, sometimes he's not, as he was coming off the bench in Charlotte. Sometimes started, sometimes come off the bench. But from the moment he joined the Dallas Mavericks, he solidified his role on what he needs to do to help this team be successful. Sure, the shot really wasn't falling when he first got here. The offense was a little bit shaky, but the defense from just right out the gate was absolutely amazing. That first game against Oklahoma City after we traded for PJ, where we just demolished that team, and then seeing them again in the playoffs and beating them to get to the finals, PJ Washington has proved time and time again that his value to the Dallas Mavericks, you just can't measure it. If we take a quick look at his stats from last season, now, although PJ Washington did miss some time due to injuries, he still put up decent numbers. In 32 minutes per game, he put up 14.7 points, 7.8 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.1 blocks, 1.1 steals, 2.1 turnovers, and 2.3 fouls per game, while shooting 45% from the floor and an improved 38% from three. And I only expect that to maybe improve a little bit more. We've talked about it heavily on this channel, how without Kyrie Irving, there's about 7 to 8 attempted threes that are open to anybody now. Sure, PJ Washington will be taking more threes, and if that 3-point percentage can keep improving, then we should see that go up to maybe 39, maybe 40% on 6-7 attempts a game. PJ Washington deserves this contract. It's about 4 years, $88 million. They're rounding up to $90 million. And we're going to break down that in just a minute. If we take a look right here, PJ Washington's extension with the Dallas Mavericks should look like this, with the veteran extension at 140% raise over current salary with an 8% raise after. It is increasing. So in this first year, not this upcoming season, but the following season in 26, he'll be making $19.8 million. The next year, $21.4. The year after that, $22.9. The year after that, $24.6 million for a total of 4 years, $88.8 million. Let's just say 90 just to be fun with it. PJ's making about $90 million, and rightfully so. We could list all the reasons why PJ deserves it. Not only is he a great locker room voice, as it's been reported, he is in some ways a leader in the locker room. His amazing defense, the fact that he will stand up for any of his teammates. We saw 2 seasons ago, the same season we traded for him, where he stood up to the Clippers anytime they tried to mess with Luka. There was PJ. And just last season, when Nurkic and the Suns were trying to bully Gafford, of course Najee was there to throw a swing, but there was also PJ. knowing that we have an enforcer like PJ who isn't just all bark all bark no bite. He's also going to torch you from three. He's going to be able to attack the basket. One of the only players on our team aside from Anthony Davis and now Cooper Flagg who can put the ball on the ground and actually attack the basket is absolutely amazing. There's a lot of things that PJ's game that we benefit from, and this contract doesn't even hurt us at all. If we take a closer look right here, another tweet that followed up saying, because Washington is extending beyond the extend and trade parameters, he'll have a 6-month no trade restriction from the day he signs. That means that Washington can't be traded this season, as a restriction will run past the NBA trade deadline on February 5th. This is a good thing, and I feel like for some fans, it's also very interesting. So, PJ Washington has a 4-year, $88 million contract with no team option and no player option. We saw the same type of extension for Daniel Gafford, which led a lot of people to believe Gafford can easily be traded. The same would be said about PJ, except with everything that's going on with this extension, he is not eligible to be traded until the following season. But that means if they can't trade PJ, unfortunately, there are other players that will be eligible for trade if it comes to that. I'm not trying to put nothing out in the airways. I would love this team to stay together as long as possible. But if the stars align in a way that we don't want them to and things happen where a trade has to go through, certain players are touchable, whereas PJ isn't. So for those that are worried about him getting traded after this contract extension, that's not the case. PJ is here to stay. He can't be traded until the following season when his contract actually starts. If we take a closer look at all the money involved, as of right now, if Spotrac is accurate at the time of recording, it's saying for next season that the Dallas Mavericks will be $3.8 million below the second apron, which is a good thing, giving us some flex, a little bit of breathing room, making sure that guys that are getting extended and that are needing new contracts are getting the money that they deserve, while the team still has money to be flexible with trades and acquisitions. But the interesting part comes after that. Now, I want to pull this up right here. This doesn't have PJ or Gafford's extension. However, it does show that, yes, in 26-27, we're fine. $3 million under the second apron. I absolutely love it. But it's that 27-28 season where Anthony Davis will have a player option. On top of that, you have Caleb Martin and Max Christie, who will also have a player option. And now, it's all factored in that we'll be fine. However, we do have Najee Marshall, who will be up for a new contract. And the way that he played last season, and I'm sure the way that he's playing this upcoming season, he's definitely deserving of a contract extension. I love Najee Marshall. I love what he brings to the team. We also know that Derrick Lively will also be up for an extension. The Dallas Mavericks will have to mess around with the money. I'm not too sure how much salary we can shave off, whether we get rid of, Caleb Martin or Jaden Hardy. That does free up about $15 million, but you're going to need a little bit more than that if you're going to want to extend both Derrick Lively as well as Najee Marshall. But that's a problem for the future. That's not till the 27-28 season. We are currently in the 25-26 season, so we are fine as of now. Who knows what the future may hold? The only thing I know for sure is Mr. I ain't going, Mr. Standing on business. He ain't going nowhere. He's a Dallas Maverick. He's from the area, so it's only right that we extend him with a very handsome contract that he is deserving of for the future. The young core of PJ, Max Christie, we still got Najee. He's still relatively young, but Derrick Lively and Cooper Flagg, if we can keep that young core together, this team will be good for years to come. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think PJ was underpaid or overpaid? Do you think that someone needs to go? Or do you think PJ is exactly where he needs to be? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. And for those that are wondering why the background is so bare, I bought a house. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you guys so much for all the support over the last 2 seasons that I've had this channel. I am buying a house. Next week, the whole background will look completely different. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all your support. Without you guys, I'd still be in this rinky-dink apartment. But until next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.